What's up, everyone? And welcome to the Bougie Sports Podcast. It's me, Yvette, just chilling in my living room and decided last minute to stream our live draft. So bear with me. I have us up here on the stage. I'm going to add us up here. We are getting ready to draft a 12-person PPR Superflex draft. This is our second year. We started this league kind of to donate back to Fantasy Cares. I got inspired from, all the Scott Fishbowl leagues and decided last year to start my own league. I can't forget to start this draft at 5 o'clock, but the reason I wanted to do Browns fans is because I believe that Browns fans are some of the most giving people, and I wanted to show how we gave back. And this year we gave $1,000 to Fantasy Cares, thanks to Lana, Lysandra, Heather, Sherry, and everyone else that donated and helped us. So thank you so much. Bear with me. So I'm going to go over to my streamer thing here. I hope you can hear me. I'm probably not even, and I don't even know if anyone can talk to me. Anyways, hold on 1 second. I'm totally talking to myself. Okay. All right, so no, I just have to start draft. Looks like at 5 o'clock, I am going to start that draft. I don't think these people know that are in the draft that I have them live. I'm just gonna text it in the right now in the group thread. I am streaming this live. I really don't know if that's going to change much of how they were going to draft, to be honest. This is funny for me because, I'm such a professional, JK. But anyways, I've been doing so many mock drafts lately, and, home leagues are really hard. What I'm trying to say is I have no idea how anybody in this league is going to draft. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Hopefully people can hear me. I'm going to say if anyone's watching this, how can I go on? Let me see. Can anyone leave me a comment? Okay, wait. There's a comment here. Hi. Oh, yeah. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, my gosh. It was so nice meeting you too. Let me see if this is coming up here. Greg, it was an absolute pleasure meeting you as well at the expo. Yay, thank you. Yay. Okay, you can hear me. You're the best. All right, great. I hope you can, because I'm going to roast your team in a second. Paying attention here. All right, we're going to start it up in 2 minutes. So anyways, I want to make sure I wait till exactly at 5 o'clock. Let me retext Paul in London. We are doing this early because we have Paul Brown in here, and it's midnight where he's at. So, all right. So, now, if I just put now, do you think he'll know what that means? Go ready. I'll just put LFG. You know what that means. Last year, Paul Brown took over a team for us in the middle of the season. So this year, he's excited to draft his own team. I didn't know I was going to go live for sure, so I didn't invite anybody else. I'm almost going to start. Let me go back to here. Another reason is because I think it's really, really hard to draft and do this at the same time and be able to concentrate on what you're doing. So I didn't want anyone to have to worry about that as well. So is it 5 o'clock yet? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock right here. Yep. All right. So yeah. Start draft. Something's okay. Paul Brown's writing back. Yeah, I am drafting. What number am I? You got to be kidding me. All right, so let's see. Let me go back to this. Are you guys still there? Okay, you guys are still there. Sleeper, I'm gonna wait till 5 o'clock to exactly start the draft. So no one can say I'm a cheater, or anything. That's the kind of commissioner I am. When I say something, I stick with it. All right. I do. Yes. All right. Let's sleeper this up. Let's start it up. Let's get it going. Are you sure you want to start the draft? This action cannot be undone. Drafting. Okay. Yes, I'm sure. Yay. Do you hear that sound? Yes, that's the sound of fun getting ready to happen, ladies and gentlemen. 12-person PPR league. Oh my God, we just did that live. You guys, that happened live. I am not responsible for that draft pick. So earlier in the group thread, that is the brown spider. If you guys want to harass him, I hope somebody please tweet his user tag. He has to get roasted for that. He deserves it. Not that we don't love the Browns. When he said, okay, anyways, let me go back. See how I said you can't pay attention. Oh my gosh. He said he had a homer pick. And I was thinking in my head, oh my God, what do you mean by homer? I mean, certainly, I know you're a Browns fan, but certainly you don't mean you're going to pick a Browns player, because I couldn't think of one possible player that I would pick first overall in any draft. Slim Druxy is going to be joining us in a half an hour, but you know what? I really hope that works out. So I'm saying it's fantasy football and you have to go for your guys. And thank you for doing that, because that just means we're just going to move down the board. So we had number 2, and that was our slim dog, our flight attendant that took CMC. Great choice there. Can't go wrong with CMC. There's really nothing to say. And now we have my girl, Lavita Lesashondra, on the board, and we'll see what she's going to do. So if you're just joining us, this is my dog. Hi. I know, how awesome. We are drafting a 12-person Superflex PPR fantasy football team right here, live in front of your eyes. And let's, she's getting down to the last minutes here. Well, I mean, I'm sure that's who she wanted to take anyways. Josh Allen, that's the pick right there. Then we have Pat Mahomes, and that is our cyber truck person. So he thinks he's fancier than everybody, so he wanted to take the fanciest quarterback, I guess, with Pat Mahomes. Mad at anyone. I can't believe I could see Jalen Hurts, because I'm just saying that because it's so small, and I'm trying to pay any money in this league. Okay, hold on a second. See how I'm this is not a money league. This is for charity. This is our Fantasy Cares charity league. And it's actually funny because it's more fun than most leagues that you would play with for money, because bragging rights. So we have Evan Columbus that took Jalen Hurts, and then we had Nick Carnes with Lamar Jackson. 2 great picks right there. Quarterback, Superflex league. All right, let me start to get my thing out. Like I said, I didn't want to put too much thought into this. Oh, should I text Paul and tell him what number he is? Oh, he's on. Okay. Because I didn't know how people were going to draft. I'm going to draft on here. Hopefully I can draft them on my phone and then go on to here. But I think I could pause it if I have to. If not, I'll just go over here. Draft. Okay, join draft. Okay. All right. So what are we doing here? Oh, wait. That was all right. No, wait. Let's see. I gotta make this bigger. All right. So let me see what happened here. All right. So Cleveland. All right. Never mind. Go back. That was Heather. Heather took Pat Mahomes. That is because I couldn't see it. All right. So I just seen Cleveland. I thought it said Catalina. See the CL. Okay. Ooh. Sorry, guys. Extreme close up. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. So that was Heather. I'm sorry. So we have Lysandra took Josh Allen. Heather took Mahomes. Adam Columbus took Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and then the Cybertruck guy. Yes, I thought Cybertruck was going to make the pick for him because he took that long to pick Joe Burrow. You're online because I see that. That took that long. All right. Now we have Jacob Rich, first timer in the league. 2 first. Oh, wait. Adam Columbus is a first timer too. So let's see what he does. Now I have to exit full screen. All right. Well, he took our first wide receiver off the board, and it's CeeDee Lamb. I mean, again, can't really exit full screen. All right, let's see. Can you pause? I'm having issues. I'm doing a podcast right now. Yeah, I can pause it. But who did you end up getting? Oh, yeah. Well, that's an issue for you. Yes, quarterbacks are flying off the board. Quarterbacks are flying off the board. You guys, quarterbacks are flying off the board so early because this is a super flex league. And yeah, that is why I absolutely agree. In a regular redraft league, you would never see this many quarterbacks leaving in the first round. No, this is a super flex league. So you can play 2 quarterbacks. Oh my God, was that me? Oh, Tyreek Hill. Hold on a second. Sorry. What if I timed out? Can you imagine? I would be like, what? Okay. Oh gosh. There's so much left to do here. You know what? I haven't got any of him. I'm on St. Brown. I just wanted to grab him. Let's see what quarterbacks are left here anyways. Oh, see what I said when you can't do both of these at the same time? You can't. You cannot. It's really hard to navigate doing both of this. All right, so Stefanski, I love that pick. That's who I was going to pick if I really did take my time and didn't feel like rushing. But hey, can't be mad with that. With Amon St. Brown. Okay, so let me go back here and see what happened here while I was busy. All right, so we have Joe Burrow, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Amon St. Brown, Breece Hall. And then we have right here up at the turn. So yes, exit full screen. I love the comments, so I can read them out. Maybe I should start doing my podcast here because I have all this light. Celebrating in Columbus. Yeah. That's why that's exactly why. So we're waiting for him at the turn. Now the 12 spot in the turn, I typically like, but I noticed in a super flex league, I don't like being at the end of the draft. I just drafted at the 4 spot in a super flex, and I really liked my build so much better. I think you can get, that's where you get the prime quarterback, and if you are at the end, you should take at least one quarterback. I don't want to say too much because then I don't know if you guys are watching and stealing my people, but yes. The front end of the draft seems to go better. I took St. Brown at 1-6. Yeah. I mean, how, like I said, Lawrence St. Brown, he's going to do great. He's an absolute stud. There's, reason to say he might end up at the top. What's that? That's my boy. I am loving the comment. You guys, thanks for joining and coming in on this. Yeah, last minute decision. But you know what? I understand why people are watching this because it's redraft season. And it's fun to see how other people and what other people do when they draft. So we're coming up here on the second round. I'm going to go back to, yeah, he is. I can't really say what I want to say until I make my next pick. This isn't a mock draft, you guys. This is the real draft. We are really drafting right now. All right. Let's see.
Come on.
So Justin Jefferson, people might be a little worried about the quarterback situation. And I would have totally took Anthony Richardson. I have a feeling Lana's asking someone for help because that is my guy. Usually she would take the Browns defense in that pick. So let's see. Who do I have left? Oh crap. I'm definitely wanting All right, so I took Kyler Murray because I think he's going to be. We have Marvin Harrison Jr. there, and he's going to be really good this year. And Anthony Richardson, who was somebody sniped that off of me. Anyways, all right, let's go back. All right, so we got Justin Jefferson. Like I said, I still think Justin Jefferson, he's so talented. I know we have Sam Darnold now throwing him the ball, and still somebody's going to get the ball. I still think that he's going to be good. Anthony Richardson, I know we didn't see a lot of him last year. This is one of the quarterbacks that I think that fantasy community has been really high on really early, and people didn't understand why, because we didn't see a lot of him last year. But what we did see out of him, he looked great. He's a nice running quarterback. I think Kyler Murray is good. Obviously, I do. Actually, I'm not really. This is really not typical for my first two picks, but I'm okay with it. So Paul Brown went Barry, Leah Tyreek, and Jamar Chase, two studs quarterback. Wide receivers, but he didn't go with any quarterbacks. So we'll see how that works for him later on. Like I said, in this league where you can play two quarterbacks, but there's so many more quarterbacks left out there. So there's so much you could do. Only me could talk through this whole entire thing, probably. I don't even know if people no. Thanks, girl. Yeah. All right. All right, so let's see. So he has a wide receiver. Let's go! Let's go! Are you still having issues? Do you need me to pause this for you? Sean. Anyways, I cannot believe that someone would go on auto draft. I know like Lysandra had to go on auto draft. Okay. Am I back? Can you guys hear me again? All good. All right. Tell me if my mic went off because it went off there. Anyone who goes on auto draft is a loser unless you have to. Oh my God, Jacob, all you guys on auto draft, I can't believe it. I like this. I know that let's see that work. Okay, so let me exit the full screen here. All right, so Nick Hearns, we see he went quarterback, which again, Superflex League. I'm going to keep repeating that if you're just joining in, because that's just one of the biggest criticisms, I think, when people don't understand, because they see so many quarterbacks flying off the board. And I totally would agree that you would never want to take a quarterback like that early in the draft. I may have went Chase or Brown to team. All right, let's see here. Where are we? Okay, so we're into the third round. And so far, I think the draft looks pretty simple. Nothing like too crazy, except for the number one pick. But you know what? I love it. I absolutely love it. I think, like I said, it's awesome. I love Karen Williams. All right, so I'm going to look and see who is going to come up where I'm at here. I'm going to pretend like you guys aren't here, so I can look at mine and think about what I would be doing right now. Right now, I would be thinking to myself, I have a wide receiver and a quarterback, but I'm at the end of the draft here. I don't like to really look at who's left because most of the time, if I get my heart set on someone will take. So I kind of like to look more of who's left closer and kind of look on value and need. A lot of times I end up getting the same people because I just think it's just habit. You just kind of navigate towards the same, towards your guys, you know? Chris Olave. I like Chris Olave. Well, obviously, this is our Ohio State homer there too, which is great. Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be an absolute stud this year, and just think get him in the third round. So that's pretty good. There's still a lot of good people here. Okay. See, that's why I told you guys, like, I don't like to who's left, because if you do, then so I'm coming up here. Now I can look and see who's left. And so that's the first. I'm not quite sure if he's auto drafting, if these are auto drafting up, or if he actually picked Sam Laporta. So that's why it's hard for me to say anything. But if he auto drafted it, it might be an auto draft. Because Travis Kelce, I don't know. All right, who's am I up here? All right, Paul Brown's up. He said he's going to win this year, so we'll see. All right, so he has 2 wide receivers. He has no quarterbacks, like I said, in the PPR league. So I'm curious to see what he's going to do. Depending on what he does, then I'll see what I'm going to. Oh, you can't see who? Aw, I'm glad you're okay. That's the best. I can't wait to draft him. Okay, so he took Travis Etienne. So I was looking at a running back too myself, since I've already have a wide receiver and a quarterback. Who is left up at the top? We have, as far as quarterbacks, there's Brock Purdy's here. 2 is left. Caleb Williams is left. And then I like to see, well, Juana has 1. So there's already 2 quarterbacks taken. So they might each want 1. This is how I think. I'm just trying to tell you guys so you know. So I know that they might each take 1. So that's going to be, if I think of that and see who's left. All right. So that's Brock Purdy, Tua. Okay, I like Caleb Williams. And I have Kyler Murray there. I like Brock Purdy too. So, who has a higher ceiling? I don't know. I think Caleb Williams does. Well, we shall see. So, Devontae Adams, who's one of my favorite wide receivers. I wish he didn't have to play for the Raiders. Who I think Minshew they said is going to be the starter there. Yeah, this is a good question. What is the punishment for whoever comes along? I Instead, we should do something like you should have to wear like something Steelers because that would be absolutely horrible, you know. But I don't know. Yeah, or you have to be a guest on the dog. I don't know. One of those. What do you guys think? We have to do something. All right, so we're gonna give back. So we have Lana has she's a running back, quarterback, and a wide receiver here. I'm gonna look at my team. I feel good now on quarterbacks. For now, I'm gonna start building up in other areas. This is fun, you guys. Isn't it so fun? I can't believe it. I'm actually proud of myself for like figuring out how, even though it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard just to put the mock draft up on here, it was actually really easy. So I'm proud of myself for that. I'm excited for football season, you guys. This is an exciting time. Redraft season.
Oh, come on, dude.
I have a feeling we're gonna be waiting for the whole for this to auto draft out. So we have Derrick Henry. Can't start over when. All right, so I'm gonna start looking again to see who I have coming up on my side. And who's left. So let me tell you guys a little bit about who's left here at the top. Running backs that we still have left are Josh Jacobs, Devon Achane, Isaac Pacheco, Rashid White, James Cook. I can bring it up on there, but I didn't feel like it. Then I guess it would take up half the screen. I don't know. Kenneth Walker. I'm just showing you what the ADP is on this. What's left. The wide receivers that we still have left are Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans, Michael Pittman, Jalen Waddle, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, DJ Moore. So as you can see, Trey McBride, Mark Andrews, Kincaid.
Let's go! Let's go!
So, definitely Atlanta's definitely not drafting that team for sure. Who's drafting it, Lana? Is it someone you work with? Tell us. Whoever you're giving the cookies to. I know it. All right, let's see. Oh gosh. All right. All right, so I really like Josh Jacobs. I think that he wasn't in the right system. I think he is in now on the new team in the Eagles. I know people think he's injury prone and he's not going to do that good, but I'm going to say that he is, and let's hope that he is because I just drafted him. All right. So, as you know, the winner is getting the Cybertruck, and just the Cybertruck owner just took Devon Achane. So there you have it. And you guys, I'm not gonna. Oh, am I really supposed? I don't have to do the whole entire draft up here, do I? I don't think anybody wants to. I just thought I would just do a little bit, and you guys would be interested, and then I can come back and then show it when it's done. What do you think? I don't know if I can talk for the whole entire time, but I still thought it would be fun to show you guys a little bit. All right, let's see. Maybe at the end of this round. So, Nick Kearns took Brandon Ayuk, who right now is still playing for the 49ers, which I think he'll stay. And I think he's a stud. So, there goes another stud, Jalen Waddle. Tyreek Hill is not going to get the ball all the time, and if God forbid we don't want any injuries, and if something does happen to Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle is going to get all that volume in Miami. So even with the one he's going to get enough on his own. All right, so we have here, so we have our quarterback, we have a running back, we have Saquon Barkley, Chris Olave, sorry, and Rashad White. So you get your two good running backs there. Looking good. Everyone seems, like I said, this so far. What's up, everyone? I wish you could have joined too. You and my like. I have so much to say. So much to say. So, what did you guys think about the preseason games? The preseason's over. Hallelujah, right? Not that I want to wish time away. I am. All right, so what do we got here? We got Deebo Samuel, Trevor Lawrence off the board. Oh, wait. And Jared Goff, right? What am I missing? And then we have Alvin Kamara, who I think is going to be awesome this year. I think people are like thinking he's done, but I don't think so. He's going to get the ball there a lot. And no. BRB, you guys. Don't go anywhere. BRB. My turn. So I didn't have to wear this. I'm back. All right, let's see what PB got. So PB, we got two wide receivers, two running backs. Obviously, he doesn't think he needs a quarterback. Maybe in England they don't use quarterbacks. I don't know. All right. And then he's double downing on what I said by taking another running back. All right. So let's see. I'm up. And I see somebody here. I spy with my little eye a really good tight end that's left. He's really at the top of the board here. And I can't pass up on Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson's BFF. And I believe that does matter. There's one thing that you can't measure in analytics, and it's camaraderie and how much people get along. And that does matter. And they're BFFs. All All right, so we have Stephon Diggs and DK Metcalf, two awesome wide receivers. Stephon Diggs, we don't know who's going to get the ball in Houston with CJ Stroud, but look, you got a little stack there with the CJ Stroud, Stephon Diggs. Obviously, they took Rashee Rice right ahead of me because they knew that I liked him and I was going to take him. And Malik Neighbors. This is just take my whole team from yesterday. Why don't you? They know that's what I have to do. And people see my stuff. They take all my people. Now I have DJ Moore, I guess, Devontae Smith. Let's see, running backs. Let's see what running backs we have. Kenneth Walker. Well, we still have a lot of running backs left. Kenneth Walker's or Joe Mixon. Not really. I guess the tier's off a little bit there. I think that Joe Mixon. I'm not giving up yet. I know he's a different team. He's not on the Bengals anymore, and he was good when he was on the Bengals. He wasn't the best for me there because I always got him in the in the times that he was hurt, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, come back and tell us. You guys, I'm sorry, I just went somewhere for a second. I'm back. Somewhere in my head. And I just I came back. Now I'm back. Okay, so let's see here for a second here what happened here. All right. Let's reverse back here. So we have Kyle Pitts. It comes to Kyle Pitts, who we are ready for the breakout season of Kyle Pitts. If it's going to be any year, it has to be him. Got a new quarterback with Kirk Cousins. So I think that he's going to be good, and he's still young, and he's such a great athlete. And then I was debating between him and Joe Mixon and Kenneth Walker. Baker Mayfield did great last year in Tampa, so you have Pat Mahomes. So really, when you have Pat Mahomes, you don't really need that much more. And then we have George Kittle and David Njoku. So we have pretty much a lot of tight ends taken off the board now. That's one of the positions that it definitely curves off. If you don't get one of the elite people.
Come on.
All right. So T. Higgins. Do you guys hear can you guys hear all the sounds that Sleeper says? Come on. Or do I just hear it? Or is it just for me? All right, guys. We are in the 7th round. So last year we did a slow draft, and it was an absolute disaster because last year was the first time I've ever did a slow draft in anything in the Scott Fish Bowl. And I was kind of like that too, because I was so excited to do the Scott Fish Bowl. And when that day happened, I think I was like the 10th pick. So I was like, oh yeah, yes, it's time to go. And then I I waited all day. I don't think I got to pick at all. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I didn't get it. But a slow draft has like good things and oh, sorry. See, I'm trying to pay attention to this and all at the same time. There's good things about a slow draft, and that's like that if people work or different time schedules and all that, it like you're able to accommodate people and you really don't have to rush. Funny story, not really that funny, but since I'm just trying to think of things to say, I'm doing a couple of drafts now, a lot of charity drafts, a lot of different drafts, and it's hard, to keep track of them all the time. And sometimes they'll say you're on the clock or whatever, and you get 8 hours, and you're on the clock, and it just passes you, and you like almost used up all your time. So then when you do make a pick, you almost kind of like rush it because you feel bad. And I did that, and I hated my pick. And I said to myself, and I said in the league, I was like, I think when I learned a lesson that your league mates will always forget that you took 6 hours to make a pick in a slow draft, but you will never forget, that bad pick that you made. So always take your time, even in a slow draft, or whatever. When it's your time to take, and try not to rush, because it's true. The slow draft, I think we're all impatient because we're just waiting for the season to start, and we're just waiting for things to go, and we're always rushing our life. Like, we gotta go. But at the end of the day, it's like, what's the rush? We're still, the game's still not starting any earlier, and it's actually better, more of an advantage to wait, because then you see more games and injuries happen and stuff, so you have more time when you pull it out. That's what she said. All right, you guys, that's why you're here, for this awesome video. You know what? This is a true story. If I was in me and I was like online and this was on, I'd watch it. I would watch it because I like watching like drafts and stuff like that. All righty. Ooh. Yeah. I know it's hard to do this. Like, sometimes you think, and the time does run out fast. Like, sometimes you're like, you think you have more time than you do. And then I actually had my things just stuck. All right, so let's see what I have here. I have geez, I have not picked. All right, let me see. I don't want fat Keenan Allen. All right, let's see. I'm gonna take Tank Dell. Like I said, we don't know who is going to get DJ Stroud the best of him, or so it could be him. So let's just hope it is him. And I really don't like this team that much. This is one of my teams that I don't know. This might be my best team. Well, my I have a good wide receiver at the top. It's still work in action. We're still building, guys. We're in the 7th round here. So let's see what Miss Stefanski girl is going to do. I'm sure right now Kevin is drafting her team and is probably going to pick up all these people to play for the Browns. So let's see what time is. So we went with Jake Ferguson, who I like. I really do like tight ends. And then they went with fat Keenan Allen. I got fat Keenan Allen from Established the Run. And I think that's where I was listening to it, because they said Keenan Allen. Oh my God, see, go, Eva, go. All right, see it here. All right, so Terry McLaurin's there, which I'm ready for him to break out too. But Jaden Daniels, if anyone's going to do it, can it be him? I see somebody else I like. I really think that since James Conner's still there, and I know I have I could use more wide receivers, but I've seen the value of James Conner, and sometimes you just pick value over, just like, okay, well, I have this many of this many, you know what I mean? James Conner, I know that they have Trey Benson now. So people think, okay, well, maybe he's not going to be there. And he's very injury prone. I mean, I know for a fact he's injury prone, but he's also really good. And I'm playing for the ceiling, you guys. That's it. You have to reach for the stars. Listen, this is me completely high on fantasy football. I've only drank this much beer. So this is just how I am. All right. Let's go. All right. So what was I doing? Talking. But that's okay because that's what people like. I know that because that's what I like. We like to talk about fantasy football. Just talk about it. Like just talk about it. Wear it the F out until it's beat up to death. All right. So drafts is pretty going. We're almost halfway there. I see a couple people I like. A lot of people like them. Oops, I just went out of there. Okay. All right, so if you're just joining us, we are drafting a 12-person PPR Superflex league. No kicker. We do have a defense. We are in the 8th round here, and it's going pretty good. Oh, my dog loves. So, I mean to pretty soon's coming. Football's coming up. Let me exit the screen here. I cannot believe it. September 8th for us Browns fans. September 8th. I know for Ravens and who the Ravens playing? Is it the Bills or the Chiefs? Is it one of those? Why do I feel like it's one of those? Anyways, I guess I can like I'm on the internet and my phone's right here. I guess I can look it up. It plays on Thursday. Oops. All right. NF kicker. Ravens and the Chiefs. Okay. Ravens in what a way to bring it in. Yes. I wonder if Lamar Jackson's going to choke again. Like he always chokes. Like he chokes in the playoffs. He probably chokes like on the opening day because everyone's going to be watching that game and everybody knows that he choked. So we're all going to be like, haha, you choked. Haha. No, I'll probably be the only one doing that. I don't know who I want to win that game. Obviously, I guess I have to go for the Chiefs because were they? I don't know. I feel like we were here before, right? And we'll probably be here again at the end of the year with both these great AFC North or AFC teams going to try to win the Super Bowl. That hopefully the Browns are in it, right? But they will be, right? We're not worried. Not at all. You know what I was thinking about? I'm gonna be honest. I just forgot what I was thinking about. I was just getting worried. Oh, I wonder how long I was muted. Sorry. Sorry. Anyways, I was just saying last year was a fun year, I guess. I mean, it was fun, but I mean, it was like cardiac kids for the Browns fans times 1,000 again, remember? Because I don't know. Definition of insanity, right? What are we doing, people? Are we waiting? All righty. So
Come on.
I love Samir White. It's one of my favorite, one of my guys. Yeah, everybody's. If I like someone, it's my guy. You know. All right. Well, it's starting to feel a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like talking to myself and yeah. Awkward. Well, I mean, nobody really is paying attention to me right now. Just basically watching the draft. Draft watching. Pretty soon will be real football watching. That'll be the good time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of awkward. Catch me this Wednesday on the dog chug. Dog chug. Whoop whoop. We're gonna get so weird with it. I have no idea, but it's always weird with it, Larissa. I'm sure. I'm sure weird things will go down. I feel like it's
Come on.
I wish there was a way to like turn that off as labor, because maybe you don't want to hear that person say "come on" because it just like makes it more annoying. Maybe you just rather just time out and not hear that, you know. Or maybe you want a different voice, or maybe you don't like that accent or whatever. You should be able to switch that. I would switch it if that was me. All right. I guess you want me to stay for, should I, where are we at here? Oh, okay. I'll stay till the 10th round. And then nothing good happens after the 10th round anyways, right? I mean, that's actually a lie. All good things happen in the 10th round. That's where you can win your league at. Okay, let's exit. All right. I'm going to make my last pick. So Brock Bowers, curious to see what he does in Las Vegas. And they picked up a tight end last year, so see how if they use that 11-man personnel or whatever it's called, the 2 tight ends, and how they're going to use him. And that's, wait a minute, is it my turn now? Oh, that's why I said don't ever do that. Try not to look. And if you do look, like if you look ahead, always pick 3. That's what I do. I'm like, okay, this person, this person, this one. Like, don't get your heart set on one. Because if you get your heart set on one, you know, the odds are you probably get it broken, you know. But if you take more, you know, then the odds are that person might be there, you know. So yes, just can like, okay, maybe. So, and then even maybe talk yourself out of someone that you really want, that you definitely don't think you're going to get. Start talking yourself out of that, so that when you don't get them, it doesn't hurt as bad. Like I see someone that I really want, and I'm like, God, he's going to suck because of this, and this. I'm just trying to like reverse psychology myself, you know. So that you could use that tactic if that works. If you're one of those, you know, people, this is the kind of analytics you get from fantasy from me. The real stuff. That beeps so loud. All right. I'm just going to take you guys to my last pick. And then all right, let's see. Go back to this. And I go to my players. Okay. Another thing is like, depending on what you use the draft. Right now, we're drafting on Sleeper app. The ADPs are so different. Like, Yahoo, Sleeper, Underdog, ESPN. So you have to really kind of know who you really like, and don't let these two like gear you into someone else, because they're all different, and they're all dependent on what your league settings are too. That might be like these. I think on Sleeper they do the ADP pretty much to what your league settings are. But I did do another draft, and it was not at all. So, all right. So I'm up, and I'm like not even looking at who I have right now. I'm just looking at who's there. Like I said, instead of which I see. All right. Let's see this one and that. All right. See how I talk myself. I'm going to take another flyer with major upside in Lad McConkey. So LFG, Lad McConkey, welcome to La Nostra. All right, now I've loved the quick turnarounds, and I'm going to do the same thing, guys, which is just to give it like a glance through, say who's coming at me. I see a lot of people actually, but I'm going to take an Ohio State homer like everybody else, and I'm going to go with Jason. I think he's also going to be someone that's really good this year, but there is some other people that I was looking at, and I'm sure they'll be going soon. And okay, yeah, Jerome Ford in the 10th round. How could you not take Jerome Ford? I can't believe how far he goes. That's a steal. That's an RB1, like for free. Bryce Young, is he going to be better this year? Well, this is what happens when you wait to take a quarterback in a super flex league. Then you get Aaron Rodgers and Bryce Young, which, okay, Aaron Rodgers, that's a toss up to me. Like, I want to just believe he's going to suck because I don't like him as a person. He's just a wacko. But he's still Aaron Rodgers. He's still good, and got Garrett Wilson there, and I don't know. Bryce Young, I don't know. That's what you have to do when you take a super flex. But for that, all right, so he took, he weighed in on quarterbacks in the super flex. So he's going to have to play those two quarterbacks against Lamar Jackson and Jordan Love. But he also has Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase, Travis Etienne, Isaiah Pacheco, James Cook, so I don't know. There's no right answer. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like to believe that the way I do it is right, but the way you build your team, you're always going to lack something. If you do a hero, zero, it all comes to being, I think, at the end of the draft, because the worst feeling is going home and being like, dang, ever just go home after draft and just look at your team like, why did I do that? And just sit there like, I hate myself, I hate fantasy football, like, I mean, I've never have, but because my teams are always so good, but I feel like if you had a bad team ever, you might do that every once in a while. I don't know. But yeah. And the most important thing of all, having fun. I really believe that, though. And get involved in your league, talk crap to your league mates, you know. All right, we won't talk about trades because I'm not a trader, and I wrote that somewhere, and people are like, and I know, you know why? I think it's because I'm an emotional person, and I get emotionally attached to everything, things that I shouldn't, like my fantasy football team. Like, why did I'm like scared to give them away? Why? Like they're gonna get mad at me and like know that I gave them away. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'd rather just draft my own team, but you should trade. In Dynasty, which I'm started, I could see that trading would be really fun. And because you're building a team there and you need to trade. In a redraft league, I just don't feel like we're going through all that effort for, I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're going to win. All right, so who do we have going on here? So, Dalton Schultz, Cortland Sutton, Tajee Spears, Jameson Williams, who I think, could be this. Jameson will get started. Yes, Denver's, Detroit. Derek Carr, Drake May, Nick Chubb. All right, some interesting picks here. And Brian Robinson. So Nick Chubb in the Browns league went in the 11th round. In the Browns fan league. That's embarrassing. We should all be ashamed of ourselves. Right now, I think nobody tell Nick Chubb that this happened. Because in normal leagues, you should not take him past that. But in this league, when you have somebody taking Watson number 1 overall and Nick Chubb goes to 11th, I don't like the way that's going here. All right, let's see. Now I'm up and now I'm complete. All right. So Gus Edwards, don't know who's the starter gonna be there. Zeke, we do know he's gonna start. Well, now here it gives something interesting. I have Trey Benson, who I could back up as a handcuff for James Conner, because, like I said myself, he's injury prone. Do you have to have handcuffs? No, I don't think you need handcuffs, but I don't think you should ever try to get him. How much time do I have? Oh, why am I? 50 seconds here. So I'm going to go ahead and sit and do what I said, because in this instance, if I'm going to try to go for a playoff run, and I do lose James Conner, and he comes over towards the end, then I have him, and I'm happy to take him in the 11th round. All right, so we're going to come back to me, and let's see who we have. Curtis Samuel got injured. After he goes past me, I don't care what you guys do. I don't know if it's anything major that you would not draft him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another flyer in Rashid Shaheed, and hope that getting him where I did, trying to make up some of the lack I have in the wide receiver, that he does. Because that's what it is. It's if you get the guys that hit in the ADP, a good ADP, right? That's winning. The odds, of drafting someone later on where you can get better people for value. And I'm DDing right now, drafting distracted. Instead of drunk drafting or drunk driving, I'm drafting distracted from doing this live stream. So I have to keep that in mind because like I said, this is not, you lose your train of thought. You can't do both. And you could tell by, look at I'm on St. Brown, take Dell. I don't know. My wide receivers look a little suspect. It could be like, I don't know about that. Oh my God, my running backs, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, James Conner. My running backs look like 2021. Oh my God. My running backs look like 2021, and my wide receivers look like 2025. Because maybe Rashid Shaheed and JSN might finally hit by then and Tank Dell. Holy crap, I just needed 2024, and I'm going to just hit it. Ugh. Dang, I did. All right. I hope you guys are having fun drafting and watching. Because if I lose this fantasy league, I'm going to blame this the whole year. Like, well, I should never have done that. Like, because I was totally distracted. If I wasn't distracted, I didn't even know what I did. Blah, blah, blah. And if I win, I'm going to be like, I did that while I was like barely paying attention. So I'll have to think, I'll think of it that way. All right. So we have Zeke finally goes off the board in the 13th round. Isn't that funny if you were like, talk about 2021, 2022 or whatever, when Zeke was the #1 draft pick. I always think that's sad to see it just them go down. And Chuba Hubbard, Cleveland Browns defense, Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, they said was looking good in training camp, and I think at the 13th round, he was #1 draft pick, and hopefully I really feel like, and ooh, that's so loud. I really like him too, Adonai Mitchell. So, Jerry Jeudy is having fun in Cleveland, and that goes back to friendship, love, and how you could play better, and that means a lot. He's probably really didn't like it in Denver, and now he's like even having more fun because he hated it there, and so he's trying to make it up more. Like, oh, I love it here; it's so much better there than Denver, and that's how he's gonna play. That's how. Like, haha, I'm in Cleveland. Look at me, I'm in Cleveland. I really hope that was auto draft because, well, this has to be an auto drafted team for sure. I mean, I don't really think he'd pick Russell Wilson and Brock Purdy. But I mean, albeit if it is Stephen Montgomery or Madre Stevenson, I don't know. That team makes me feel better about my team. Thanks, Jacob. Now I don't feel so bad. All right, let's take a look at everyone else's. I do understand that you guys can hear me right now. I don't care. Everybody knows I love them in this league. So, and here's the thing: you have to be. If you don't want people to make fun of your fantasy football team, or if you can't take it, then don't play. Is it my turn? What? See, pay attention. All right, so, yeah, I guess I'll take the starting quarterback. I mean, like I said, Justin Jefferson's going to be good. Someone's going to have to throw him the ball. And I need another third quarterback, so I'll take him. Back to me. All right. Who do I see that I like here? So I'm going to know how many rounds we have left here. I don't know. Jahan Dotson just got traded to that new team. How much? This is where this is like now we have nobody. So I guess I'll go ahead and grab him. You're going to need someone to drop throughout the year. 2 picks left. I never take a defense until my last pick. I always stream my defenses. Don't care. Don't look. I'll take whatever's there at this point. And I'll use, yeah, like I said, it'll be my last pick. No kicker. If I had a kicker, then I would pick the kicker and the defense last. Because I'm a streamer. I just cannot like commit to one defense. Can't commit to one D. Gotta just stream the Ds. That's what you said. And all right. So Paul Brown is up. Chase Brown, Daniel Jones. Okay, yeah, his team kind of sucks too, doesn't it? Let's see. Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase, pretty good. All right, let's look. I forgot we're gonna go back. All right, so the spider gonna see him pretty soon. Oh, this is my boy. I think you were like homecoming king of the Fantasy Football Expo this year. Last year it was Des Bryant. Hopefully you do not like have the same fate as Des Bryant, which you definitely not. Definitely not. Whose turn is it? I just got scared that was me on auto draft. That's the worst feeling. All right. All right. So anyways, we're talking backups. We're going back to roasting Spider's team. I mean, he obviously has the number one roast, but Deshaun Watson, hopefully we all get to laugh at the end of the year when that was the pick of the year. Just so funny, so much controversy about where Deshaun Watson should be drafted in fantasy football. And he, in this league, drafted number one. Mid. It's mid. But hey, any given Sunday. But then you have, Puka Nacua, Travis Kelce, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, T. Higgins, Mari Cooper, right? So yeah, so your team looks pretty good, pretty not as bad as Paul Brown's or Jacob Roach's. All right, let's see. Slim, CMC, Dak, and Justin Herbert, Micah Evans, Debo, David Njoku, Aaron Jones, Najee, Bo Nix, Pat Fryer, Jacob Diamonds. Yeah. Same. Josh Marvin, Harrison, Kyrie Leonard, Calvin, George Kittle. Am I up? Okay, as long as I'm not up. Oh my God, you know what I was literally doing? Judging everybody's team in my head. Literally. And you know what it was? I'll just say it out loud. My team's starting to look a lot better. It really is. You guys, I'm sorry. Hey girl, hey. Oh my God, guess how many people it's 420. All right, so New York Jets. Like I said, this is like the fun time where you just like go through and you pick, like you're at the thrift store now. Now you're really looking. You're looking for a find. You're trying to find that, like, look what I found on the rack. You might even trade it in. You don't know. Maybe you'll give it away. Throw it away, like on the waiver wire when the waiver wire hits, because you got to use the waiver wire too. You don't win your like league in the draft. This is just the beginning, you guys. This is just the beginning. Then you have to I just might as well just go to the end since we're almost there. I just did it this fast. Okay. Yeah. So I try not to have as many fantasy leagues as I did last year because I want to be able to utilize the waiver wire a lot more efficiency this year than I did last year. Oh, good. I got 20. All right. So, yeah. I'm gonna learn that thing in my thing. Yeah. The waiver wire is really important. Come on. Try to like wait and use the waiver wire at the right time. And then like you don't know when to drop, like how long should you give a guy a chance before you drop them, you can't drop them after the first game because the first game so much more can happen, you know? Sometimes you'll drop someone and then the worst thing is like that person breaking out and becoming a stud. And then you know what you're going to do the rest of the year? I dropped them. That's all you could say. You won't even care about your own team. You're just going to keep thinking about the guy you dropped. Like, oh, I drafted him and I dropped him. Or I drafted him in the 16th round and then I dropped him. And now he's wide receiver 1, you know? So sometimes you have to wait. Sometimes you got to hoard guys, stack like that are going to be good maybe at the end of the year. Because that's going to happen. A lot of these people, when injuries start, that's when it really gets dicey. And it always happens. And that's the unfortunate part, you know, is having to make up for those losses, because it's all about our fantasy team. It's not about the real football teams or anything. It's just about us in our fantasy leagues, because that's what's up. So
Let's go! Let's go!
we are moving on. And since we are wrapping up, I just want to take this time to say good luck to everyone in your fantasy football, unless you're in this league and any other leagues I'm in. But everybody else, good luck and have fun and don't cry. Like every time, you lose, you don't have to cry about it. It's not worth crying about. And you don't have to watch your phone like this. Like as soon as the game starts, you don't have to be like this, like watching your fantasy team rack up points. Because even though like you don't, I know you're still calculating it when you're watching the red zone, like I am. Because you're just watching the side screen and you're just like looking at the yards and the touchdowns, and you're just calculating in your head your fantasy football team. You're trying to, but you're like, oh, and you're looking at the end, like you just said somebody got a touchdown or whatever. And then you're like, okay, that's 10.5 point reception, 12, 14, 16. If you know, you know. But all right, am I coming up here? I'm coming up. Bunt the bro. I like non-Octavian weights. In the 15th round, of course I do. For sure. Like it's right now you can just take anything. This point, I mean, I could do that. Practice what I preach. Don't listen to me. Oh, he won't. He won't do that. Cancel. Today's my daughter's first day of school, kindergarten. She had so much fun. She loved it. And I picked her up. I'm like, how's your first day? She was like, so much fun, which was awesome. That's what you want them to have. And she didn't, when I left this morning, there's a whole bunch, they were mostly boys, to be honest, crying. I was like, oh my God. It's so hard as a parent to have to leave when your kid was crying that bad. I'm like, oh God, I hope she's okay. She was like, see ya. So I'm going to take Ricky Pearsall because, like I was saying, this might be someone, I know he's hurt. He might not be playing, but he might come back at the end of the year. And at this point, he's just going to sit on my bench. So I don't know if somebody took this defense, but yeah, it's the Cincinnati defense. I've been taking them all the time because they start against the New England Patriots. And that's so funny to say, against the stinky Patriots. And that's a wrap on my draft. Is it? Yeah. So, and like I said, stream the defenses. So we are done. Yes, I agree with that as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't remember who I have on this team. I have so many teams, so many teams. Like Costa Nostra, watch out. Yeah, that's when it gets hard. Like when you pick people from your own fantasy, from your favorite team, and you're watching the game and you always want to root for your home team. You have to root for your home team, but in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, like you can get that touchdown, but don't win, because as long as my, running back gets a couple more yards or whatever, then that's okay. But it's sad to think of like that. I mean, I don't think like that ever, but if other people do, but yeah. And it's also like on the other hand of it, when you have to have, people on your team from a team you just dislike, like the Steelers, and don't want them to do good. And that sucks because you're like, get a touchdown. No, don't get a touchdown. Yeah, kind of get it. Yeah, that's why. So you try to kind of avoid those situations if you can, but it's fun. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's fun. I'll remove this. Is it me? Oh, what's that? Ooh, extreme clip. I'm really hot. Not hot. Clip. My theme says, I'll let maybe your fantasy. Oh, what's going on over here? All right, guys. Hold on really quick. Stop sharing on that. I hope that just stops that and I don't have to hear that anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching this draft. I was going to say mock draft. This real draft. For real draft, I'm so excited for real football. September 8th, Browns Cowboys going to the Muni Lot. Hope that I see you guys there. Making my friendship bracelets. Yes, I know. One says bougie, one says Browns. Yes. Just something fun, and some other things. So I hope I see you there, and looking forward to a good season. Go Browns, and keep it classy.